Well, good evening, everyone. This is Keith with Positively Osceola, and here for another episode of our coffee club discussion. It's all about coffee, and it's really all about coffee. So here we are. But it is not actually about coffee at all. It's about these awesome friends that we have with us tonight. And so we're going to show you them right now. Bam, probably better that way. Boom.
Bam.
So with us both from Osceola Arts, Jen Panzella. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. You do have the long hair thing going.
I do. I grew it out.
Looks good. looks awesome. And of course, Bri Stefek, also from Osceola Arts. And how are you?
Hi. I'm great. I'm really good now. This is good.
Yeah.
Well, this
Social
is cool.
interaction. I'm all about it.
So the universe of technology that's allowing us to play together tonight. So it's cool.
Right? Which is great.
So let's get right to it. Well, let me ask you first. So how are you both doing? Everybody in your family's all good and everybody's safe?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I am a parent of a 5-year-old, so that's been fun. I know all the parents out there are feeling me right now. Well, it's backwards. Wait. It says, oh, it's not backwards. Perfect.
Nope.
Have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said. So appropriate now.
That's awesome. So you should wash that mug one more time and stow it in a place that you'll not ever use it again and pull it out in 20 years.
Right.
You're freaking awesome.
And remember, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's good, healthy,
That's
and
good.
safe. So yeah.
I'm good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
And Bri, how about you?
Yeah, good. Hanging in there. Coming up with creative ways to stay in contact across the United States. But yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Cool. Using the interweb, I'm thinking a little.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Kind of like we are right now.
So it's what it came down to at the end. So anyway, the reason why we're here tonight, of course, is to chat about all that's going on at Osceola Arts, what you guys are doing, and then whatever you're doing for the summer. So why don't you decide who wants to start? But let's talk some Osceola Arts.
Yeah. Cool.
Anybody?
With Bri, and then I'll do
Yeah, sure. So we obviously have been closed and are still closed to the public, and will be that way for the time being. There's been no kind of updates there in terms of like our art galleries and box office and whatnot. We did just spend the last 2 weeks doing a kind of fun virtual interactive reveal of our upcoming theater season, which will start in late September of this year. So we kind of got a lot of audience participation and with some videos. So if you haven't seen those, check it out. We have an awesome lineup of 7 shows coming your way. And all of those tickets and whatnot will be on sale later this summer. So we're excited about that. But we do also, it's summer, and obviously that comes with some summer camps potentially for those parents that are probably at their wits' end right now. So things are going to be a little bit different this year for summer camp, but we are excited to be able to offer some programming, some adjusted programming, and some different things so that the kids can get involved and stay active in the arts. And Jen, as our education director, kind of led the charge there in getting everything organized and set up, planned. And then obviously with this curveball that COVID has thrown us, has been great in taking that in stride and making the programs work. So I'll kick it to her to kind of talk about what's coming down in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I think, just, us parents are looking for that happy medium of maybe we're over the kids a little bit and need them to get out, but still concerned about, health and safety concerns are still there. So, we had to take some time to figure all that out and make sure that we were taking the right steps to provide that for parents. So usually we have about 60 kids in camp, and this year, or for the first 2 camps, as we start off, we'll be at about 10. So no more than 10 per instructor.
Right.
We're just going to try to, start small and let some of those kids out of the house, but not overwhelming ourselves, and that helps. So we'll still do social distancing, so keeping people 6 feet apart if we can. That means making that noise.
Do you hear that? I hear a weird, like,
Yeah, me too.
tapping sound. Is that you, Keith?
I'm not doing any tap dancing or anything.
I'm so excited to get summer camp started. I'm starting now. I don't know. No, it's still there.
I wanted
That's
to
so weird.
Is it you? Is it you?
Oh. Can we mime it?
What was it?
I think it was me.
Is that better?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so we're not going to use this anymore tonight.
That was fun. What else can you do?
I'm looking at Jen. Jen's going.
I'm like, it's me. It's me. I'm going to keep talking about.
I'm like, what is she doing that for?
What is going
Yeah,
on?
a little tap dance.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so I'm like, sorry.
Perfect. No,
Hey,
it's
you're
great.
echoing
I
this.
love it.
Who, me? Well, excuse me.
I'm sorry.
The ratings are dropping.
I'm just glad it wasn't me. So
Right?
Are you?
Like, literally, I have nothing.
yes, because I wouldn't be laughing this hard if it was me.
I wish I had an explanation to what the heck that was.
Right?
I don't.
I don't know. It was
All right,
tap
well,
dancing though, for
what
sure.
you were saying, Jen, was awesome until I bombed it with my wireless.
Oh man, I was trying to start with like the book, the homework part of it, and so anyway.
Should we pretend that never happened and just hand back off to you?
Yeah. Jen, tell us about the awesome things you've been working on.
Damn.
Coming summer.
Take two.
I'm not going to repeat too much. No, just that we're trying to find that happy medium for parents that want to, give their kids still that summer opportunity, but are still concerned, and have some concerns about sending them back out into the world. So we feel we've come up with that. And so again, we're not going to take any more than about 20 kids per camp to start off with. Later in the summer, if that changes, we'll open up more spots. But right now, it's going to be a small number. Social distancing, we're still going to do. So in the art room, they're going to be, staggered out at tables, 6 feet apart. Same with anything with theater, dance rooms will all be designated spaces, 6 feet apart. So we're doing that part of it. All the staff will be wearing masks, and we're asking that we have minimal people on property that are not running the camp. Right. We're not going to allow anyone other than staff on property. So even parents will drop off their kids outside, which we usually do. So some of our protocol already kind of align with this, which is nice. But we won't be letting parents in. So unfortunately, at the end of every camp, we do have that big final showcase. That will all be virtual this year. Gotcha. So no parents coming in on that last day, all celebrating. We'll still perform with the kids or have their final art showcase, and it'll all be shared in a nice keepsake video for the parents. So in a way, that's kind of nice that they'll get that to keep forever. Yeah. So outside at check-in, it'll be the temperature. We're going to take their temperature every morning, and they will not be permitted in if they have a higher temperature. They'll be sent home for 24 hours. Gotcha. That's just, again, trying to help, the cause here. Hand washing at regular intervals. So, we already have a lot of breaks worked into our daily schedule, but we've specifically made that about not just bathroom breaks, but hand washing breaks as well. Right. So just between classes, before lunch, all of that is just that heightened approach on that. And then just cleaning our facility. So, hiring a crew to clean it thoroughly every night after camp, so it's ready for the next day.
Awesome.
and the instructors, sanitizing their classrooms in between as well. So that's kind of the, all the things we're taking those steps to make sure the kids are safe this year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I've got to think, I mean, at this point, personalities are certainly part of this whole thing, how comfortable somebody is in certain situations.
Right.
But I would guess at this point, I mean, at some point we have to get back to educating the kids, educating ourselves. And so I've got to think the timing is really good, moving into a different, full phase 1 right now and nearing maybe a phase 2 if we go by those labels right now. But I've got to think that at some point, if you're a parent, you're saying, okay, I have to educate my kids, I have in a way with, bringing arts into their lives, which just expands their learning. I've got to think that this is probably perfect timing coming into summer, really, which is not far away. So when does this all start? I wonder if I can bring this graphic up without some tapping noise invading the world.
Oh, okay. I'm going to cross my fingers for you. Here we go.
I'm not sure what's going to happen, but there it is.
Hey!
Bam! But we're all over there. How's that? This is the first.
No,
page.
this is perfect. I love it.
This is nice. So June 1st is when we're starting with our first art fusion camp, which kind of ties in art and theater, the visual arts and theater side. So that's where we're opening up. It was a really popular camp last year, where we started kind of doing these fun new themes. So last year we had our first Harry Potter camp. So we're bringing it back because it was so popular. So that's June 1st. That's where we're going to kick off the summer with that fusion camp. So really excited. I have my Harry Potter scarf.
Bam!
There you go.
Very nice.
Boom.
I'm not really a Gryffindor, but
It's mine. You borrowed it. It's cool.
I'm a Hufflepuff, I think. I don't know.
How are you? Is it not a Slytherin? Not Slytherin?
You're no.
Everyone's a little bit Slytherin, I think.
We all have our,
Just depends on the day. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But the kids had a lot of fun last year. They made broomsticks and wands and did a whole showcase, spell casting. They made the Mandarin Drake.
Yeah.
This year we don't have pottery, unfortunately. So hopefully next year, we'll bring that back. But there's still going to be a lot of fun projects that the kids can take home, and also the performance side as well. So for kids that, aren't sure if they're into theater or art, the fusion camps are great to sample both and see if you're, a fan of either and you want to join us next season. So, yeah.
Awesome. Do you want to run through anything more on those?
I mean, I can go through all of them if you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can run through them quick.
So our second, again.
I mean, that's the great thing about.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to go down the list.
Yeah. Go for it.
No.
Tapping
Yeah, those first 2 camps are really where we're just going to make sure our process is, smooth. So that's why we're keeping it at a solid 20 for at least those first 2 camps in June. Then later on, we'll kind of see if we feel we can take some more, hire another instructor. Again, all summer, it'll be no more than 10 kids per instructor in a classroom at one time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's just kind of that maximizing that social distancing. We can't really get more than 10 in a room, without keeping them smushed together. So they'll be spread out. Yeah. But our second camp is the boy bands versus girl group. So, I'm a 90s kid with NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. So that, that never died out. No. And there's still today those famous boy and girl groups. So we'll probably go back a little bit to the 90s, I hope, at least. And then to modern day and even the K-pop fad going on. So lots of stuff, lots of material for them to battle it out in that final showcase there. So that's more of our standard performance camp. So singing, dancing, acting will all be part of that focus on that performance camp.
Awesome.
Then we'll wrap up the end of June with our Arctic summer. So I know I'm obsessed with Frozen 2 and all the music from that. So it kind of just sparked the idea of having, a little Olaf for your summer. He loves summer totally. So yeah. But not just Frozen 2, Abominable. There's been some fun movies we can take from, and that's another fusion camp. So there'll be an art teacher, Miss Ida Jewell. She teaches a lot of our classes throughout the year. So she's teaching the art section, and then we'll have a theater teacher who will take them on, more of the singing, dancing journeys again. So another great camp to kind of feel out theater and art. Yeah.
Very cool.
And then Galaxy Wars obviously speaks for itself. So we'll be venturing into Star Wars with it coming to our local theme parks. Thought it'd be fun to have one of those camps this year. That's another art fusion camp. So again, we're kind of mixing it up this year and letting them dabble in every part of the arts. I have props for all these camps. So
yeah, yes.
Let me with my lightsaber.
Wait, up close. You want to show that up close and personal?
Oh yeah. Well, wait. Yeah, I got it.
Dang. So
yes, Jen.
Do you have to be a kid to go to these?
With costumes.
Do you have to be a kid to go to these camps?
Yeah. Right. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Bummer.
Age
ninth grade, Keith.
I never get a break.
Did you?
All right. I'll behave.
First grade to ninth grade. That's the target demo here.
Yeah,
that we're reaching for. So I think you're a tad old. Just a smidge.
Back to the
last
dad
year
joke.
Would have been your year. Last year would have been your year.
Whatever.
Oh my gosh. Next year, all right, maybe when things get back a little more steady, I'll think about doing an adult summer camp. I know they have them out there.
I don't know, Jen. I think the next one on the list would be a perfect adult summer camp for all those dads out there that never got to be in a rock band. I'm thinking there might be an opportunity.
Already did it. I did
Tell
real
us
life.
your thoughts, folks. Tell us.
I did it real life, man. I don't
Would
have
you
to
come
relive
to an
it.
adult rock band summer camp?
I know.
Yes.
He totally would. Yes.
I lived that life already, man.
Yeah.
Relive it.
There you go.
Right?
I cut the mullet and got a real job.
Oh, come on.
Anyway.
Well, Make the Band is the rock camp. It's so much fun. It's a great program that one of our instructors, Chris Burns, brought to us. Cool. And it was just so cool and so successful. We might try, cross our fingers, bring it throughout the year too. So have this constant rock band will be really cool.
It's kind of insane how quick these kids pick up musical instruments in like days.
Yes.
It's crazy. And very cool to watch at the end. So
yeah, and this is a week camp. So they're there Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 are our camp hours. And they are not just learning one thing in that band. They are playing the keyboards, then they're moving to vocals, and they're playing the drums. All throughout this week, they're learning all of them. So it's pretty impressive, and it's really cool to watch them and what they can do, again, in that short week. Yeah, and again, skipping over to later July is our other music camp, which is the Strings Intensive. And this is for anyone, even if you've never picked up a string instrument, you can join us for that as well. So don't be, by the intensive name, don't be scared. For both Make the Band and strings, you don't need to have any experience. So you want to try a musical instrument, go for it. And again, it's impressive what kids who've never picked up a violin can do by the end of the camp. So really cool. So those are our two music camps. Strings is 2 weeks because it takes a little more with that one. But they all usually, if it stays the same as it's been in the past, they all do a solo at the end. So it's not just hiding in the background. They are playing a full out solo for everyone. So it's really good. Awesome. Yeah, and we have 9 camps this year. It's crazy. But in July, the film camp, which was really successful last year, we had 3 different groups, and they made a film, wrote it, directed it, starred in it. It was really neat. So we brought that one back as well. So this one will help with the social distancing because they can just take home their movie that they filmed during the camp, during the 2-week camp. So yeah, that's all of mine.
Well done. I know there's another page. We can, if you want, we can get to that, or we can do that at another time. So kept thinking. So those people who are just really, I mean, I kind of referenced the young kids that are probably just really yearning for something artistic and something in real life, not just all virtual. It's got to be the same way for adults as well. So how do you get adults back into what's going on at Osceola Arts? And Bri looks like she's either very stoic or she's not moving right now. All right, I'm gonna blink her out and then pull her back in.
She'll be back.
Oh, I think she'll pop back in. Otherwise, we're gonna have to get creative. So as we work with getting her video back, so how are you doing as far as connecting to the community? As far as I know, a lot of people love to be a part of what you all do there.
Yeah.
So how does that all come back into play, where the community can start really helping or just communicating with you, knowing what's going on? Now she's truly gone.
Oh, bye, Bri.
She'll be back. I feel like she will.
No, I mean, to give props to a lot of our partners in the theater community and arts community. They've been doing some really cool stuff virtually this whole time. It's been great. And we've dabbled in it, and we did it. We, fortunately had our season reveal to do. So that was a fun connection. And are you back? Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I don't know. I started tapping, making these beating sounds, these drum sounds, like. So I just decided I'll jump out real quick and jump back in and see what happens.
Were you hearing more
Pro
noises? Oh
no, in my head. What?
Just in case we didn't think there was.
Preview.
Mark Peters did say there was some tapping going on earlier.
Thank you, Mark.
Oh, yeah, that was
crazy?
great. Okay.
And I didn't even know it. Anyway,
We didn't see it.
so we were just talking in your absence. We were kind of talking about how you're still maintaining connection to the community amid all the other distractions, because I know people want to be a part of what you do over there so much. So how do people, if they can, how do we reach out to what you're doing to continue to help what you're doing and help the cause?
Yeah, well, Jen, I mean, we're doing a lot of social media posting right now.
Right.
And things that are going on. Jen did the Art Minute, which I think she's got a couple more that could come out later as before we get into camp time. So that just gives people an opportunity there to get involved and do stuff at home. Be creative. Within their homes and where they're at. So. That's a big part. Social media is probably the easiest way right now. Our box office team is working normal hours virtually, so they're working, from home. And I know they're going to start getting a lot of phone calls and emails since we announced our new season. So we've already gotten quite a few that everyone's really excited about it, which we're excited too, because we've been keeping this secret a lot longer than normal. Thank you, COVID. Because normally we talk about it in like the end of March, and we had to wait till the end of April, on beginning of May. So we're excited to kind of move forward and like you said, get people involved and get some sort of art in their life. And we've got some great partners that are allowing us to help out in that way. The school district is a big one. We just completed 3 different art workshops for them for the different age groups that I know that they're sending out. And we've even gotten, some kids and some families that have sent us what that project looks like, their completed project, which is great. So that's a big thing. And then hopefully we'll have the opportunity to see at least 20 kids a week in our summer camps, so that they can have some safe social interaction and art interaction with us on property. So, yeah.
So before we close out, so how do parents get a hold of you to make that happen as far as reserving those spaces? Because I have a feeling it's all going to happen at the same time. You're going to have this glut of humans getting a hold of you. How does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend, paying attention to it because we do have such few spots. So, it will fill up hopefully pretty fast. But we're about half full for some right now. So there's still spots for every camp. Yeah. You can go on our website. Everything's online. So that's where we're all doing everything these days is online. But we do, again, still have box office hours. They can call. They can email me directly, Jennifer@osceolaarts.org. and I'll help walk them through it and get them registered. So a few different avenues, but everything is online, and you can read up on it a little more in detail and check it all out. See if it's
Perfect.
for
Yeah.
Perfect.
you. Yeah.
Anything you want to bring up at the end here before we close out and say good night?
No, I miss all the kids. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
we've
sure.
been seeing them on social media, but the energy that they bring in person is just, you can't beat that. So I do miss all of them, and I hope they all come back and see us when they can, and maybe some of them
That's
for
good.
summer. So
Yeah.
to all of them, all of our patrons, we miss everyone and hope to get back soon.
I think that's a
Yeah.
common denominator of leaders who love what they do or are passionate of what they do. I think the first thing you hear is what you just said. You know, just really looking forward to that connection because it matters to you. So very cool. Very cool.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And it doesn't, I mean, whether you're doing art programs or not, put art in your day in some capacity, whether it's, reading a book or singing a song or whatever it is, drawing, with family, by yourself. Just art is so important to have in our lives in any capacity. So it doesn't have to be an Osceola Arts art, but we would love it to be. But
Sure.
just getting art in general is, I think, will make everybody's day just a little bit brighter. So.
And a little healthier. I think art heals. Right?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
thank you for
Mhm.
being here. Sorry about the weird
For sure.
tapping noise early on.
Of course.
We overcame.
Yeah.
We overcame it.
No, it's perfect. It was perfect.
Give you the next camp. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Done.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
well,
right.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Again, this is Keith with Positively Osceola, along with Jennifer Panzella and Bri Stefek from Osceola Arts. Together, we're making a positive difference in Osceola County. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.